Hey, and welcome back to Freed's First Time, where I document my experiential whiskey education one bottle at a time. And today we're going to be opening nothing, because we are in the midst of a viral outbreak, so nothing's coming in, nothing's going out. No deliveries, no shops. So today we're going to do what I call a bottle kill biography. Let's get into it. Alright, the bottle kill biography. Now, as my education continues, I'm finding out that these bottles change from open to close, and I want to talk about how the ones that I've already reviewed have changed within their lifespan. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, but this one I'm actually going to practice a little bit of scripting as well, so you're not going to hear me have to try to improvise and think of these really cool words as I taste these things for the first time, because I usually kind of sound like...
This could be a lot more complex. I mean, it's not just, it might not be just...
Alright, so let's get started. The first one we're going to talk about is the Lagavulin 16. Now, this is the first thing I ever tasted, this is the first video I ever made, and this thing stayed pretty much the same throughout. It was just fantastic from start to finish. I am incredibly eager to try other things from this distillery. It was just so fantastic for me. It was complex but approachable. It was robust, but it was delicate. It was everything I was hoping it would be. There were times seriously where I would take a drink and then put my glass down and then look at the glass at the corner of my eye and I'd be like, my man. But it was seriously, I literally sat in the dark with a glass of this and just stared out my window for like an hour and a half. It's not creepy, is it? So yeah, well worth it. Easy to find, pick it up if you want. Next, we are going to talk about the Bowmore 10-year-old Dark and Intense. Now, at the beginning, it just didn't sit well for me. I didn't really like it, but I tell you, after you give it some time and maybe a drop of water, it starts to really come into its own. Those varnish notes that I was talking about before, they start to go away, and the wood and the smoke really come to the forefront. And it's changed for the better, and that made me really happy. I was very relieved. For me, it was like finding a $50 bill. And then when you open it, you realize it's one of those, have you paid your dues to Jesus papers?
Oh, come on!
And then you see there's an actual tenner stuffed inside of it. Alright. So all in all, I'm happy with it. And I don't think I would buy this specific expression again, but I definitely would not throw away a chance to try another Bowmore, that's for sure. So we're going to put the rest of this baby in the infinity bottle and move on. Okay, next up we're going to talk about the Jura 10-year-old Origins. Now, just like the Bowmore at the beginning, I didn't really like it. I wouldn't say I didn't like it, but it didn't really reach out to me and really present itself to me as something that I would want to continue to drink. But as time went on, just like the Bowmore, this thing opened up. It became just a little more robust, and the sweetness turned up a little bit, and it was just pleasant, all around pleasant. I would absolutely recommend this to someone who's trying to get into scotches or whiskeys in general. If I saw this at a bar, I would absolutely order it as a casual drinker. Absolutely. I really don't have a joke for this one, but here's an autographed picture of Burt Reynolds. Jealous. All right. So next we're going to talk about the Ardbeg Ugadal. Now, this baby had its way with me. I tell you, this is Dave Gilmour at the Royal Albert Hall while my palate is still fucking debarge in my bathroom.
That's a great song.
It is.
I'm super excited to come back to this further on down the trail and see how it fares on my tongue and give this baby a what for. Alright, there's that. Alright, nexticles, we're going to be talking about the Laphroaig 4 Oak. Now this was pretty much the exact opposite of the Bowmore 10-year-old. This thing came out rocking and rolling, and then halfway down, it just didn't. It got halfway and then 3/4 down, and it just kind of just gave up. It's like they hired the dude who wrote the screenplay for the last Lord of the Rings movie to finish the bottle. Orc army slowly and quietly goes upriver to catch the human forces by surprise. This is looking to be a battle of length and epic proportion. Oh, this is gonna be good.
Honey, come to bed, you prancing pony.
Aragorn summons a green, invincible ghost army and kills everyone. The end. Oh, they do come in pints. And you know, to be completely honest, it started to smell and almost taste like pond water. It's very disappointing, and it really did bum me out. I actually mixed it with the Bemore 10, and it turned out to be a pretty decent blend. But it wasn't bad enough to exclude it from the infinity bottle, so I'm going to put in the last little bit. Alright, next up we're going to talk about the Talisker Storm. Now this stayed the same throughout, unfortunately. I was really hoping it would kind of change like its 10-year-old brother did. But it stayed pretty much the same. And it was okay. It was good. It just lacked the length that I'm learning that I actually really enjoy in a whiskey. So other than that, it was great. I just wish it would be a lot longer. It's kind of like the robot chicken of whiskeys. And finally, we have the Bunnahabhain on Laphroaig. Yes. So this, like the last one, kind of stayed the same throughout, but at the end, a little bit of that smokiness came out, which I was very happy to experience. It was nice. Crisp apples, pears, white grapes. It was delicious. It was very enjoyable. I would definitely buy this again. And we got a little bit left. Let's put it in the infinity bottle. Well, at least you got the name right this time, you jag-off. Yeah. Let's go. And now we're down to this little baby. This is the Vini 12-year-old double wood. And it's good. I like it. There's a little bit left. Let's put that in the bottle. That was nice and crisp. I enjoyed that a lot. The wood wasn't overwhelming, which I kind of expected it to be, but it wasn't. It was nice. Alright, so this concludes the very first bottle kill biography. I hope we learned something. I know that I did. I learned that bottles change over time. It's a pretty cool thing. So now I'm excited to buy a whole bunch more, which I have. They're just kind of in transit, because as I mentioned before, there's a lot of nothing coming in, nothing going out because of this whole viral thing. So in time, they will be delivered, and in time, we'll be opening new things together. So thank you again for coming by, and we'll see you next time. Hopefully it'll be sooner than later.